Hey, lovely. How you doing today? So we are here. It's just about before midnight here. And I wanted to come on live to share daily motivation, inspiration, positivity with you, even though I'm so tired, but I feel committed. I told myself I'm not going to go on for the weekend, but I just feel compelled. It's an addiction. It's an obsession. I'll quite be honest. I don't want to let anybody down. But I'm going to keep this short and sweet, maybe 2 to 5 minutes. At least I could say I showed up when I said I was going to. Committed, and I'm here. So anyways, don't let age limit you. I was like, what am I going to talk about today? And then I was thinking, as I'm looking at my comments on one of my platforms, and it's just funny, I get a lot of people who always compliment me and say I look younger for my age. And you get those people every so often that like, oh, you've had almost a century to practice, or you look, you look 75 years old or 57 years old, or like, hey, grandma, why don't you take a seat? You're going to break a hip. So there's just so many funny random comments that people just, have nothing else to do and say, and whether they're doing it for attention or saying it for attention, whatever. So I was thinking, let me use that as a topic piece here. Don't let age limit you. And so for me, I'm 45. I'm going to be honest and real. I have nothing to hide. I feel and believe that I feel and look younger than my age, just a number. And so I'm sharing this because I don't let the number define me and who I am, and be like, well, I'm a certain age, I need to act a certain way, or I need to behave a certain way, or dress a certain way, or I can't do certain things anymore. Like, I'm this number now, so I shouldn't do this anymore. Like, BS, that's not true. You're limiting yourself if you believe that's what society, maybe, you believe it because that's what society's always been like. If you're over 35 or 45, you're too old to be in the industry or entertainment or whatever it is, for work or whatever, you're too, work on being a grandma or whatever the next step is, right? But who says, who created that? Like in life, especially in the past couple of years that I've awakened to the truth, I mean, there's people that are like all ages doing all kinds of crazy things, graduating, going back to college and getting degrees, starting a business and being successful. I think like Warren Buffett was like in his late, 70s, 80s. Bill Gates was older. I'm trying to think of all these people. I mean, I should have prepared and planned this, but I know there's a bunch of people that are out there that they're writers or movie stars or mentors or speakers, whatever. They started later in their age, when people would have said, hey, you're too old to start this or do this or go after this dream. They didn't let their age stop them and define them and say, you're right, I'm a little too old to do this. Let the next person do it. Let me just sit back in my rocking chair and just wither away to nothing. No, they said, F this. I have dreams. I have desires. Age is just a number. If you have something within you, you go after it, you do it. But if you limit yourself that you're too old or too young to do something, then, as I said, you're limiting yourself. When there's so many things out there, the possibilities are endless. I mean, I think I was 41. I had just turned 42 years old. 42 years old. And I tried and went skiing for the first time. I could be like, oh, okay, I'm too old, 42, I didn't do this when I was a kid or teenager. I'm too old to do this. I was like, heck no. Like, sign me up. Heck yes, I want to try this. I've always wanted to go skiing. And finally, opportunity happened that I was able to. And now it's been, 3 years I've been skiing. And, the last time I went skiing, I'm like skiing the black diamonds. And I'm crushing it. And, not perfect. Once in a while, I'll have my fall. But it's like, I get up and I'm just like, wow, I could do this. Starting a business, a brand at my age, people would be like, hey, get a real job, you're too old for this, there's younger girls that, look younger and have a better body and or whatever not than you. And it's like, what? I feel like for my age, 45, I get a lot of compliments that I look just as or even better than some 20-year-old somethings. So it's like, beauty's an eye beholder. Just shows you how people perceive and see things differently in life. And for some reason, I've come to believe that everything is possible. Unless there's you're incapable or handicapped or certain things like that limit you. But even people, I shouldn't even say that really, honestly, because there's people, there's this man, let me see, I went to a retreat a couple years ago, the School of Greatness. And I think his name is Nick or something. And like he has no like legs, like I think from like his hips down. And he lives life and he works out and everything. I mean, so, I guess I shouldn't even say handicapped because, look at Helen Keller and people who are blind and have a disability. They've actually created some great things in this world and put out some great content and creation out there. So I guess I shouldn't even say your handicap shouldn't even limit you. I think we limit ourselves, whether we say, oh, I'm mentally ill, I'm sick, I have depression, my back hurts, I got issues and I can't work or I can't do this. Not saying you don't have it and it's not real. But when you keep telling yourself the same story and, I'm in pain, I'm suffering, I'm too old, I'm overweight, I'm sick, I can't do this, I can't do that. Yes, when you tell yourself those things, your mind is going to accept that. You're planting the seed and you're going to accept that and your body's going to follow what you tell yourself. But if you could change that, flip that switch, flip the script and rewrite your story and say, okay, I could do this one step at a time. What do I need to do to make myself stronger? Right? Get myself into shape so I can do X, Y, Z. You know what that thing is that you can do, right? So think about someone that that maybe is handicapped and they're in a wheelchair and they're accomplishing things, or they don't have, legs, or, what's her name? Oh my goodness. Amy Purdy. I think, did she lose both legs now or one leg? But, Olympic, and she's accomplished so many great things. So let me take that back. Being handicapped is an excuse. You can still do what you want to do, but maybe in a different way. There's so many miracles out there and stories and stuff. So of people accomplish so many great things, no matter what their capabilities or incapabilities or handicaps are, and age. Oh my goodness, I think it was America's Got Talent. And you saw like an 80-year-old woman like dancing ballrooms being flipped in the air or holding herself and doing gymnastics and stuff like that. Like, it's just insane. Bodybuilding, 70, 80 years old. So if there's something you want to do, you can do it. Put your mind to it. And there's nothing to it. That sounds like a lyric. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going and repeating myself because I know I'm tired here. I am exhausted and I'm ready for bed. But I felt compelled to share this. And don't let people tell you that, like, oh, you're too old for this or whatever. If you believe and feel a certain way, then go for it. Go for it. Go for your dreams. Go try that new thing. Go skiing for the first time, ice skating, trying something new that you wanted to do. Don't say I'm too old for this and I can't do this. All you can do is try and then do your best. And guess what? If you fail, then hey, so be it. But at least you can say you tried and you went for it. I think, was it yesterday? I did my podcast about live life with no regrets. Like, don't be regretting life on your last day here on this planet, at your deathbed. You want to know that you lived a life. You lived your life to the fullest, right? And at least you tried things. Even if you failed, at least you showed up and tried. And that's all we can do. Show up every day and try our best. So that's what I have for you, my love. I thank you so much for tuning in to the Stacey Rose Show for daily motivation, inspiration, positivity, and everything in between. Coming at you almost at midnight here. So wherever you're in the world, sending you sweet dreams, or maybe you're watching this in the morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever time of day this is. And please feel free to share this out with anybody that you know that can just use this inspiration, motivation to lift them up, to maybe encourage them to, step out of their comfort zone and stop using the excuse that, oh, I'm too old for this, and I can't do this 'cause I'm too old, or I'm too old and I can't do this, or I'm incapable or handicapped, and whatever excuses they're throwing at the book. Remind them, hey, try it. We limit ourselves. So anyways, my love, with that, share love, make peace, and be happy. And I will see you guys here tomorrow for my daily show here on the Stacey Rose Show. I love you guys. Peace out.